Shabazz out of Washington, D.C. He's our national chairman. I'm the national chief of staff, second in charge of the party. I had to say that before we can go from there to where we are now. And both of us was under Dr. Khalid, and we continue his work. But the new Black Panther Party, when you talk about the negativity and this, that, and that, black people, when it comes to being in America, the only uniform we respect is the United States Army, the United States Navy, the United States Marines, the United States Coast Guard. You know, how and why is psychological damage that has been done to us. Because every time, you know, we got the National Guards. Every time I see National Guards in black and white, they beating on black people. You know what I mean?
You ain't ever lied.
But we respect those uniforms. We respect police uniforms. We respect any uniform that represents the United States. But when the Black Panther Party put on uniforms, put on military fatigues, put on boots, bear arms. Why do we bear arms? Malcolm said in a lecture one day that he said something about guns. People went crazy. He said white people been running around with guns. It's their commitment. I mean, it's their constitutional right. Not a word said. But when a black man used it in his constitutional right, all of a sudden guns are a big topic.
Right. Now they want to change the laws.
I'll say it different from Malcolm. You know, I would say long as there's black on black crime, long as there's Bloods killing Crips and Vice Lords killing this one, ain't no problem with guns.
Right.
But when a man come on the scene and he tell you to go downtown and get you a gun and register it, go to you a gun class, and you can't even get in the gun class because little white girls in there, 7, 8 years old, shooting a target dead on in the head. You can't even get in the gun range where I'm finna take my wife in a few minutes because the white teacher's in there knocking the heads off of targets. You can't even get in the gun range. You can't even go buy a gun or some bullets because the white man done bought them all as we speak right now. But something wrong when the black man has a gun.
Right.
But when we go down and we fill out the permit to pack a gun, when we follow our constitutional right to protect our land, to protect our family, to protect our right to live, then there's a problem. But in 20 years, you can't find one new Black Panther Party member on the front page of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution done robbed a bank, done shot a white man down, done chased white people out of Marietta with their guns. We chase white people around this country right now with these microphones because the only thing can move anything in the universe is truth. We got the right to, from the Constitution of the United States where we live right now, that's what we're talking about, to speak and to have our opinion. We have the right to bear arms. We have the right to protect ourselves. We have the right to own land. So the new Black Panther Party do all of that. But the new Black Panther Party is made up of lawyers, doctors, people with PhDs, people with master's degrees, English professors, well-studied people. And then a fraction of the Black Panther Party is made up of brothers that came from the Crips, the Bloods, where we go and turn them around and say, hey, you shouldn't be bloodying up your brother. You should only bloody up your enemies. You shouldn't be crippling. Hey, Crip, come here. You shouldn't be crippling your brother. You should only cripple your enemy. And when you get to turning this army around that the white man created, and all of a sudden the white man see them standing up in black uniforms, well-trained, well-disciplined. Now they finna go that way. Now the white man got a problem. So what did he do when he get the problem? He used what we call sensationalism. He used his media machine. You got to go back and read how the Jews created Hollywood, where I'm going now, to take that picture of them young men not killing each other no more, lined up in uniforms, waiting on commands, following a chain of command to protect the babies, the children, who they used to run through the neighborhood and shoot and hit the baby in the crib, used to take the grandmother's check out the box. Now they protecting that grandmother. Now they on a Panther patrol to make sure the community is safe. Now all of a sudden the United States got problems with the new Black Panther Party. Because anytime you stand up and you make warriors become warriors for the right reason, well, that's not what the man put them there for.
There's no money in that.
That's right. So what ended up happening is they started to dictate through the media who we are. You know, and they get to showing people this and that, but they don't show them the whole story.
Right.
You know, and our job now is to come on black radio, WAEN, to tell our story, where it won't be edited, where they won't try to catch the frightening part, and teach media. And I'm glad you're giving me this time, because this is very important for our listening audience. You know, the most feared thing about a black man to be in front of a white judge. You know, they call it a white man in a black robe.
Mm-hmm.
And you got young black people that don't like judges.
Right.
But now they love judges. How did that happen? Because you got Judge Julie. You got Judge Wapner. You got Judge Mathis. Judge Brown. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, I'm going to see the Judge Brown show. Why did they do this? Because right before the Judge Brown show, you're going to watch a movie called Cops. Right. You're going to watch a movie called The SWAT Team. You're going to watch a movie called The Texas Rangers. Mm-hmm. You're going to watch them chase black people around like animals. Brothers, pants below his knees.
Right.
And he going to have a baby, and the baby going to be hung up by the feet. He going to have a knife around the baby's neck. That's sensationalism. What are we going to say as black people if we're looking at a TV and a black man with no shirt on got a black baby and he got a knife want to cut the baby throat? We're going to tell the police, kill that nigga.
Right, right.
But they don't tell you that they have to go out and do hours and hours of footage to get that. They don't show when they pull over Brother Talib, he got his insurance.
Right.
He got his car registered. He got his wallet with his ID in it. And they say, we sorry, and they let you go. They don't show that. They don't show the dentist that they pull over and he just running late to an appointment and he just driving fast and they pull their guns on him and they look like fools to see he a dentist or a doctor.
Right.
They only edit and catch the scenes that are sensationalism to make us hate each other.
Exactly.
Now they can put this black man after he cut this baby throat in front of the judge and you say I hope they give him the lecture. Exactly. So now they got us back in the mindset that we need to be in the penitentiary. Right. We need to be jailed. Send them before Judge Julie. But these judges, these TV shows are planned like Jerry Springer.
Right. So
when you get the envelope from Judge Mathis, he said you got a case coming up. Your case is $5,000. If you come on my show, if you lose this case or win this case, we'll pay the $5,000. That's how that worked for real.
Wow.
So people say I'm gonna go on Judge Mathis because my little case in Fulton County. If I do it on Judge Mathis' show, if I win or lose, the show gonna pay the money. Right. Why would they pay the $5,000 when you done something?
Exactly.
Because TV, they getting actors. They ain't got to pay you $250,000 like they pay Denzel or $2 million.
Exactly.
They getting actors for $3,000, $1,000, $2,000, $800. That's a show.
Right.
But we, untrained in the mind, think this is reality.
Mm-hmm.
So now they chasing us all around, and they locking us up. So the Black Panther Party break that down so you can understand what's going on. They don't want us to mess up their million and billion-dollar machines.
Exactly. Because now if you go to certain stores, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if you go to certain stores, you'll see how they have the magazines to show you who's just been arrested. And in the front of the magazines, they have everybody's mug shots right on the front of it. And it's nothing but our faces.
Brother, that's another. If it was all white faces, they would stop it. They would have been sued for showing these people without their consent. All kind of stuff been happening.
I mean, even looking at the clothes that the kids wear now. I've never seen so many shirts with uniforms, emblems like the military.
Well, they doing two things with the clothes. They putting George Bush skulls and crossbones on everything. Or they putting military and stars and stripes like usually. I'm shooting here today. I just got the call from Brother Fred, Sister Betty, Brother Lewis, who I really appreciate. I just came straight over to the studio. Usually I'm shaved. I'm not in a hat. I got a uniform on. I got 4 stars that I've earned.
Right.
And and I'm ready. Right. But truth.
But we still love you the same for doing it, though.
I appreciate it. But I'm just saying, when you got truth in you, you don't care how you dress.
Right.
You just coming with the truth. So what I'm saying is, to come back to that is, when we wear our bars